Continuing with the deep dive into design thinking, we're still, I think, in the space right now where we're understanding student perspectives. So we have a large group of students on stage. Students, you're going to be talking, but if I'm just going to let you know right now, not everyone has to answer every single question. Let's get like 2 or 3 people to answer, each question. So the first one, I'm going to give you one question to start with, and then I'm going to do my thing where I run around with the microphone and let everyone ask questions, okay? So you all the participants should be thinking of questions right now. After this, you're going to be going back to the schools to go through a design thinking workshop, but this is our last chance to gather more information from the students, okay? All right, so I'm going to get you started. When you do answer the first question or your first question, just make sure you introduce yourself, say your name, your grade. Okay, so all of the folks here come from lots of different schools from around the state. Some charter, some large, comprehensive public, some small, some urban, some rural. They're not going to take every single thing that they see back to their schools. All right, some of it's not going to fit, some of it they might not want. What is one thing that you think they've got to take?
Good afternoon. My name is Emilio. I'm currently a senior at High Tech High International. One thing that I would advise you guys to take, really just if you're a teacher, really allow students to talk to you and bond with you. Because when a student has a connection with you, they're more willing to come early or really focus on their education. They just need that extra push. So I think just really support them, not even just within their academic grades. Just be there.
That's kind of cute. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Esteban Quintanar. I'm a senior at High Tech High, Media Arts. One thing to take from this whole thing, or just like my answer, is appreciate your students. Kind of give them attention. Know what their personal life is, because these students see you just as a teacher. You're teaching, you're writing things on the board, and that's how they see you. But it would be better if you would know their personal life, so they can get more into the subject that you guys are talking about. So I would say, pay attention more to the students and their personal lives, their hobbies, because that's what we like. Right? Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Hi, my name is McKenna Albano. I'm a senior at High Tech High International as well. I think that the student-faculty relationships here are one of the most important things, but going along with that, I think that adding in hands-on activities or even just like little workshops in classes, they don't have to be full-on project-based learning, but just adding in like hands-on workshops can really help keep the kids engaged, and I think that's important.
My name is Alina Costa. I'm a senior at High Tech High International. And I think one thing that I would take as a teacher is your colleagues. Kind of know what's working well for them, because if one thing is working really well with them with almost the same students that you have, it's gonna turn out good. So just respect when someone has a good idea, to appreciate it and to make sure that they could fulfill it. So your school environment becomes better and everyone just has positive reinforcement.
That's good. That's like 4 people.
Who wants to get it started out here? Yeah, let's ask questions here. Yeah.
I'm curious about if you guys are all seniors, yeah? Right, mainly, mostly? Oh, okay, junior seniors. So if you could kind of go back in time to 9th grade and craft the perfect 4 years in advisory, what would advisory look and feel like? Yeah.
So my name is Julio Rodriguez. I'm a senior at High Tech High. And so to answer your question, I feel like advisory for me is somewhere where you can bond with other classmates and make connections with them, along with your advisor, which is a staff member at the school, which my advisory does perfectly well. So usually every year, our school does the advisory Olympics, where in the afternoon we go out to the field over here and we do a whole bunch of games and stuff. But my advisor sort of came up with the idea to say, hey, if you want our advisor to be more like a family, we shouldn't be doing this. We should go laser tagging or go bowling. So for the past couple years, my advisor has perfected that, and he's taken it to where now we just don't even go, and we just go do a fun activity so we all bond and connect with one another.
You don't go to the larger school function, you stay within your platform, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we don't go out with the field that everyone else is. We just kind of decide to do our own thing and go have fun with each other. Our advisors are about maybe 16 students.
So adding on to Dr. Don's my advisor back there, so shout out to him. No, advisory is really a great time. Freshman year coming in, I came into the high tech freshman year, and you really get to allow yourself to interact with other grade levels, such as upper grade levels, as well as now as a senior, I interact with freshmen. Now, you don't see that in a traditional school, so that's one thing great. And I really like, not even just the game aspect, we have grade checks there. I'm not the best at math, but I could help freshman math. So I help them during advisory, something along those lines. So it's really just to build a community bond within our school. And the way advisory is chosen is 4 kids per grade level mixed up into one class.
To add on to that, I think that I had John Santos my first year. He was my favorite. Also, I feel like doing things outside of the school environment is something really important because, like he was saying, like they just leave for the big school event, like they do their own thing. I think it was really cool. We went camping freshman year, and it was outside of school, and we turned it into just a big bonding day where we all got to, seniors and freshmen and sophomores and juniors, and we all just bonded, excuse me, and I thought that was really, really fun.
Who's going to ask our next question? Get another one? Oh, right here. Yeah.
Okay. What was your name again? Esteban or Esteban?
In Spanish, it's Esteban, but like...
Esteban. Okay. I'm working on it. So I think it was Mitchell was telling me about how at the beginning of your school year, your advisor goes and visits your house.
Yeah, that is
Okay,
correct.
So was that uncomfortable? Was that really cool? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes. So, when I first entered high school, I didn't know about this whole advisory thing. I lied. I did knew about this advisory thing, but I didn't know that they would come into your house and talk to you, meet your parents and all that. But it was quite pleasing actually. I had a cool advisor. Her name was Ali Flauta. Anybody know her? No? Yeah? No? Okay, never mind. So we would just have a normal conversation, talking to me about my hobbies, how my parents met. She asked that. That was kind of cool. And just getting to know the whole family, and that was really cool actually. I didn't find it uncomfortable. I thought it was really cool that High Tech High does that to every student that has an advisor. So.
So I remember back in my freshman year, my advisor, Kay, she called my house about 2 weeks before school started to say if I was there, and I talked to her, and she said, I would like to come by and do a house visit. And I've already had experience with the advisor coming to the house because I attended the high-tech middle school. And so I knew exactly what the advisor was going to ask and everything, so I was prepared. And, I just had to, we had to clean up our house around, make it look nice. Because you want to make a good impression on your advisor so they know that you're a good person and that they're going to be happy to have you for the 4 years or a year in high school. And so we just had dinner. We talked about past experiences and what our goals are for high school and what we're thinking about majoring in college. They're with all 4 years, unless you decide to switch. Yeah, it's totally up to you.
Also adding on to that, they are able to write a letter of recommendation for you for college. That's one thing, because they've seen you grow throughout your 4 years. That's one thing really great about advisory.
How would you guys define what it means to be college and career ready? Like, what is that?
College and career ready.
I've been here since sixth grade. So there are a lot of people here that have also been here since like elementary school, so I can't really compare to them. Because the longer you're in the high-tech system, the more you change as a person, I'd have to say, because everybody that has been here since Explorer, since high-tech elementary wasn't here at that time, they're all in like a group that's kind of very different from the others because they're more prepared in ways like this because they've been in the high-tech system the whole time. And I've been here since middle school as well, so I'm obviously more prepared as well than people that have just come through the high school. But there are so many things that we do, and in every conversation in class, it's basically preparing for college. And we have like a huge college. Oh well, yeah, we do a lot of that, so I'll explain that stuff too. As for advisory, in advisory, we actually do a college day, where we, as an advisory, decide what college we want to go and visit. And some people go really far. Some people went to like Colorado. Some people go to San Francisco, and then some people just stay local. And that, I mean, I have actually gotten a lot of ideas from those college days. And then I've also learned that I do not want to go to this college at all. This is terrible. So, I mean, there's every single conversation that we have in our classroom is based on college. I'm a junior, and even last semester we were working on our college essays with our teacher, and that's not due for like a whole other year. So we're prepared like as soon as possible. And I don't even know there's everyone that like has their own mindset, of course. But at High Tech High, the majority of the students know what they want to do and plan to go to college. So, what do you want to do? I don't know. No, I actually know. I want to go into law. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be in college for a long time.
My name is Noah Green. I'm a junior at High Tech High, and I think addressing your question about college readiness, one of the things that's really cool about High Tech High is that because we don't have tracking or anything like that, you work with all different types of people from all different types of like socioeconomic backgrounds and just everything. And because you're so used to collaborating with others who have like different experiences with you, I think one of the most important things about like colleges I've heard from like professors and stuff is that like study groups are really important and things like that. And the fact that we're so used to working with other people kind of gives us that advantage in that aspect of like college learning.
I think another really cool thing about our school that sets it apart a little bit is that during our junior year and our senior year, we get a month off of school to do job-related experience called internship and externship. And I think that really helps like you figure out what you want to do, or even like what you don't want to do. I know that like just doing my internship at a small animal exotic vet like made me realize like that's what I want to do instead of like cats and dogs and stuff like that. And I think it just like helps you open up new opportunities, and I think that's really cool.
Another thing we do, we have offer junior and senior honors credits, so that's really to push yourself. And so we don't offer AP classes, we offer honors credits, which pushes us. So that helps us, as well as since we at like international, we have one advisor for 100 students, and that's really small compared to a traditional school here in San Diego. And he puts in extra hours really. Our school ends at 3:25. He usually sometimes leaves at 7 o'clock. Not just helping one individual, so he's helping a group of students. So college advisors are great.
So question for all of you. What does each one of you want to do for a career when you leave here? And why did you choose that? And when did you know?
I thought that I wanted to be a vet up until last year. Ever since I was like 2, I was like, I'm gonna be a veterinarian. And I've expanded into, I'm majoring in animal sciences in college, and I want to work with livestock and slaughterhouses.
For me, I'm still undecided. There's still multiple options. So I would like to go into some kind of public relations department, thanks to internship, some multimedia aspect, or sports management. I love sports.
So I want to go into dermatology, just because like I have eczema, and like just having to deal with that and talking with my like doctor about like what a healthy diet is, like how to take care of your skin, like how it affects our skin. It just like intrigued me, and then like going into pre-med, like pre-med is really cool and pre-med is very intense. And in all of our classes like chemistry and biology, I did like my own project for them. So like honors stuff, making me feel like, oh yeah, I feel like I can do this. It's fun.
So I kind of in between. I want to do computer science or game design, mainly for the fact that I love video games. I'm a huge nerd. I see that it's a growing business, that every year that more companies are getting bigger and bigger, like Activision's releasing so many games, and Blizzard and all these companies, and I want to be part of this growing business. It wasn't really related to it. Like I couldn't really find anything at the time where I sent emails to a couple of local studios, and they weren't really interested in an intern because they were busy working on big games. Like this one company that made Rocket League, it's like a car soccer game. I emailed them, and they weren't really focused on interns. They were more focused on keep updating their game.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay, it's fine. As crazy as it sounds, I want to be a filmmaker. I want to get into the film industry. The reason why is because films take us to places we cannot live in, and I want to bring that to people like you guys, like audiences. The reason why I got into this, my inspiration was watching a lot of Tarantino movies, like Kill Bill, Pulp Fiction. So yeah, I just want to bring that to people, and yeah, I like films, yeah.
My career path is crazier than his. I want to become a psychotherapist, and my inspiration was I originally wanted to become a child psychologist, but I was watching, like him, tons of movies and TV shows, and psychotherapy kind of attracted me more because it was more challenging. And I was talking to the table over there, and I was telling them I'm attracted to challenge, so yeah.
So I kind of mentioned it before, but since I was little, I had always, and I watch a lot of TV as well, so I had noticed whether it was on TV or watching it on the news that there was a big problem with the judicial system. So, and for a really young person to notice that means something, and I had always known that I wanted to be someone who was going to make a difference. So I want to do, thankfully, being a lawyer, you have your first 4 years to do whatever you want undergrad. So I can decide things while I'm there. I can determine what I want to be doing and what I don't want to be doing as for what I'm going to be majoring from my undergrad. But I'm actually considering business because it's a good thing to do. It's a good degree to have just in general. And then after I finish business or my first 4 years, then I could get into the law school. Yeah.
All right. Let's give them a hand, please. Cool.